Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you back to Hearts of Iron 4. You thought this game was over. You were dead wrong. I did actually play with this for like 5 minutes after I finished this series. There should be audio. Why is there no audio? It's just music. Oh, there's the music. Okay, because there are a few things I want to do. The first one, which we did discuss briefly, was actually doing the Fate of Italy. And there is a fair amount to do there, and I kind of want to. Previously, when I did 2 Sicilies, I think we did the Fratelli d'Italia. But this time I think I'm going to do the Old Order, which is where you basically fragment the whole of Italy into the city-states, and then you build up from there. There is actually the potential to get a stupid amount of industry, because what I did not realise is Preserve the Status Quo is not just these 3, it's all of them. And if we go to the Old Order, we can see there's quite a few nations that have popped out, plus our own. So we're going to do the Old Order, we're going to do that. They're all puppets, which means that if I integrate them, I will get those factories. Plus, each of those nations has their own freaking focus tree, which allows them to go into even more depth and allows Italy to develop even more ridiculously. And also, the battle which is currently raging between Japan and Qing, or Japan and Germany technically, is actually really equal. I hadn't quite realised just how much of a stalemate this is. And now that we have all of the forces and troops coming from Europe to fight over here, I think we can make a real difference. Bearing in mind, of course, that Germany has no manpower. So, like, the big powers on our side, with our Italian exception, they just don't have the capacity to influence anything. But we're about to see the rise of the ridiculous Italy. And I kind of want to see the ridiculous Italy versus the Japanese, especially because that is going to involve quite a lot of naval combat. And that is the thing that we have been doing a fair amount of. So, despite the fact that it is 1948 and it's well beyond when I would normally have finished one of these series, I'm a little bit curious. And this is going to be a shorter stream anyway, because we just finished the Age of Sail stuff. So, this seems like as good a time as any to do this, rather than dedicating a full 4-hour stream, which is when I would normally start a new one. So this is the Hoi 4 equivalent to the HRE Vassal Swarm. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Fate of Italy still needs to trigger before we can actually do that. That's fine. We will need to rejig our industry, though I don't think that's really worth doing until we've spat everything out. So first up, I'm going to start shifting the Navy around. Let's cancel your orders. Let's cancel your orders. And let's cancel your orders. Then these are a bunch of submarines, which are going to split out into a new fleet, and then put into the submarine fleet. And then we're going to add some more submarines, because pew pew pew. And apparently I've had not enough naval warfare for one day. And we are going to choose a naval base. So one thing we do need to do is cancel you, cancel you, cancel you, cancel you, and you. We'll use the 3s to repair, I think. You. Man, you have a lot of naval bases here, Germany, and they're all rubbish. In fact, we have a massive 8 in Java. I think we'll use that for repairs. So I'm just blocking off all of these places, just so we're not screwing up. Oh, bloody hell. Where we can repair. Okay, that will suffice. I don't think those ones matter as much. Alright, so we're going to have you lot rebase to here, rebase to here, rebase to here. Is it possible that the Japanese are going to start hitting my submarines over here? I don't think they will. So I think I'm also going to cancel your orders. Because the Internationale has been defeated, like, there should not be any more Internationale ships out here blocking my trade. Germans out of manpower. Time to make the whole of Europa Italian. Nah. I just want to take out the Japanese. That's all I'm going to do. So we'll go up to speed 5. Maybe. Or the game will just crash. Oh, no, it's going. Oh, it's because it's popping out of the countries, isn't it? Like France just popped out. French Republic got the whole of the south. With the exception of Nice, which was mine, so I'm not sure why they got that, because I certainly didn't give it to them. Oh, right. We also need to decide what to do with Italy and Ireland. So, Destiny of Italy. This is the big one. We now control a good part of North Italy, populated by our North Italian brethren. However, it isn't the two Sicilies' historical destiny to unite Italy again. Our nation being built on the refusal of Italian unification. We are faced with two choices concerning what to do in the north. We can create an Italian confederation and recreate the old duchies of Italy, along with inviting the Piedmontese kings back into the mainland. Or, we can decide to unite Italy again and form a new Italian empire. So if we do the former, we actually ask Sardinia if they want to leave the Entente to become our vassal. So we're going to form the Italian Confederation. So Venice, Lombardia, Modena, Tuscany are all puppeted. Sardinia is given an event which potentially puppets them. And then Umbria, the Marches, and Romagna are given to the Papal States. The Papal States gets bigger and the Papal States become a puppet. That's the other thing. So we do actually puppet the whole of Italy. Click it. I was like, click! Nothing happened. And then Sardinia has accepted. So Sardinia has left the Entente and become our puppet. So now it's looking rather glorious. We have all of this territory. And I'm still annoyed by the fact that this didn't go to Piedmont. So we gave Piedmont to Sardinia basically in exchange for them joining us. So Sardinia has left the Entente and joined us. And as I will show you now, Sardinia obviously has a focus tree, and they've done pretty much all of it already. And Modena has a focus tree, which they have not yet started, and this focus tree involves more industrial expansion. And Lombardia has a focus tree, which involves even more industrial expansion. And that's me. Venice involves a focus tree, which has even more industry. And Tuscany has a focus tree that involves... Actually, this one doesn't have... Oh, no, it has industry down here. And the Papal States has a focus tree, which they've pretty much already completed, but... Oh, no, that's Rome. Wait, what do you need for Rome? Oh, they need to relinquish temporal power. No, they haven't done that. But they have done everything else. But anyway, there is a fair amount of industry which is going to be arising in Italy. They are all currently occupied puppets. If we manage to reduce them down to integrated puppets, then some of their factories start to become ours. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel construction repair. We're going to work our way down the focuses which are now available here, which will also, like I said, give us a whole bunch more factories, because why not? And also this, which is consumer goods factories minus 15% for everyone, including me. And then also construction speed plus 10%. And if that's not enough, daily political power cost down. Then once all of that is done, then I'm just going to start suppressing the puppets and then basically start integrating them as puppets and then stealing their factories for myself. So, yeah. With our great victory, a path must be taken by us on how to administer the North. To the victor, the spoils. And we're allowed to bypass that, which immediately allows us to get the old order, which will take 35 days and will provide every single one of our minions 200 political power and also 20,000 manpower, and then also me 200 political power, which is not particularly relevant. The Italian Federation endures and reborn into a new confederation where each state works with the other to bring prosperity and peace. And I'm hoping that they use those political power to, you know, go into war economies and things like that, because they're currently still civilian. Alright, cool. Then the other thing I should probably start doing is having a word with these... No, not you. These two. Yes. and bring them to Sicilian Scotland where they can actually be supplied. So let's park you up here.
Attento.
And then park you, say, in Ireland, along with the purples. And the purples can actually join you. So this is going to be our full Japanese intervention force. We will need to take a look at our units. So we do have a couple still short. And also our construction. So I don't think we necessarily need to worry too much about those anymore. We definitely don't need to build our Scottish fortifications anymore. And I don't care about repairs anymore either. So we're going to finish off all of these just because we can. And then we'll move on from there. Oh yeah, Russia's still in this war. Siberia, however, isn't. I don't know what the Mongols are doing. The Mongols have been surprisingly quiet. Oh, the Mongols are fighting on behalf of Turkestan against Saudi Arabia and Egypt. Right, so that war's still raging. Because, you know, the parts of the British Isles that were never conquered by Rome are obviously Sicilian. Well, this is what we just conquered. We're simply here as an occupation force. Hey, monster. This is the 1815 to 1859 map of Italy. Yep. At last the Caledonians bend the knee to the Italians. Sardinia and Colombia have made a peace deal. Yemen. So Sardinia's just pieced out everyone that they were at war with when they were in the Entente, which is fine. Oh yeah, I do have a decision for Ireland. You are quite right. The Irish question, where we're basically going to go... we could give them independence. No, this is where a lot of my industry is based now. So harsh. And that does hit my stability a little bit. But I think that once we have united Italy, we do get some stability back. No, we don't. The other thing which is happening right now is France is getting a bunch of bonuses because they're doing the return to Marseille line now, which does actually start them on a path of like stabilizing rapidly. Like this one, plus 20% stability. Oh, go on then. And then 2% stability from that. 12% from that. Recruitable population goes up. So France gets quite a lot of bonuses for doing this. Unfortunately, because the UK doesn't actually own Scotland and Wales, the UK can't form. So there is going to be no return of the king for the UK. They have to own the whole of the UK, not just England, which is a little unfortunate. I kind of wish that could be done if they just had England. But alas, no. That one's going toward the Swiss. Are the Swiss on our side? Or are they actually neutral? They might well just be neutral. They are. And the Entente starting to cancel non-aggression pacts. So French Republic may well go after France to try and reclaim that from Germany, which would certainly be an interesting switcheroo. 2 Sicilies are good and all, but when do you get the 3 Sicilies? We already have. Here's the 3rd Sicily. We call it Ireland and Scotland. In fact, we're 4 Sicilies. Sicily, Northern Sicily, Ireland, and Scotland. And they all begin with S. Otherwise, we would be the 3 Sicilies. Navy has actually arrived already. Wow, that was quick. Oh. Hello, Siam. I forgot I was fighting you. Interesting. I'm kind of glad that you guys had a big army here, because I could have lost my entire fleet in Batavia if I wasn't careful. And that's a lot of Germans and people on their way over. So supplies are going to be a problem. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, yo, Southeast Asia. How's it going? How about some of that, you know, construction projects? So I can upgrade your Batavia for you. I would like. Oh, I can't do naval bases. I can only do dockyards, I forgot about that. What I can do is infrastructure. What level is it right now? 7. So let's do 3 levels of infrastructure. And I'll dedicate 10 factories. Take 63 days. Not bad. Alright, looks like my navies are here now. So let's get the recon doing their job. Ah, you don't have the right number of ships. No, you are not an escort, you are a recon. Okay. Then recon, you are going to patrol here, here, and here for now. In fact, just those two. And then strike fleet, you are going to strike force here and here. And then submarines, you're going to start convoy raiding. 1, 2, 3. Go. Right, and then destroy. Escorts. Escorts, escorts, escorts. You guys are going to convoy escort here. Automatic split off. Why are you repairing? Ah, this won't take very long. It's fine. Second question. How is... infrastructure here is actually fine. Interesting. Well, in that case, we may as well start bringing these guys over.
Ordini?
Where are you? Let's do a Norwich. Dude. Oh.
Avanzate! Avanzate!
Right, that's all of you. Anyone else being stupid right now? No? Good. Ah, Air Force. Right, Air Force. Yes, we need to move them. Do 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 do. You plus you plus you. I think that's all of you. I would like all of you to fly over here. We will then split you up. Owned Borneo. Japan owned Borneo. Not for long. We'll need to do something about that. This is where having lots and lots of marines comes in very handy. And this is also where upgrading my landing craft is going to come in handy. Alright, so the marines... need to get over here. And the purples we're going to assign to here.
Pronto. Pronto all'azione. Ordini.
And then the greens we're also going to bring here. Oops. Submarines are coming up against their destroyers. So we'll see what's better, Japanese destroyers or Sicilian subs. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, we're definitely having an impact on their convoys. It's like, yeah, there's a competent navy in your waters now. Enjoy. So how many ships do Japan have right now? Or like, what are we up against here? They have got 460 ships, probably? 460. Okay. Versus 129. Like, our own navy has increased a fair amount. And what are we still building? Ah, yes. The other thing we do need to work out is our new industry, because we have far fewer industries than we had previously. So we are still building 1 Maljin, 2 Polzniks, 3 Kajes, although that Kaje is not going to get built. So I'm going to put you there and say finish. Other way around. Let's say you are on persistent and you're going to finish. Transport planes is going to go down to just 5 factories. Amphibious tanks is going to go down to just 5. Heavy tanks is going to stay where they are. Mechanized is going to go down a bit. Artillery is going to go down a bit. Fighters are going to go quite a lot down. 15. 15 and 15 sounds good. And yes, you may upgrade. That seems reasonable for the time being. Okay, next up we need to choose what we're importing. We're not going to import anything from Germany, because we don't need to. We are going to reduce dramatically the amount of rubber we're importing, because apparently they can't maintain that level. And we need more steel, which apparently we can't manage because we have no civilian factories left. Fine. Which is why we really need to get the minions built up and then start grabbing the minion territories. Field hospitals 3. Cool. We are losing 1 or 2 submarines every time, but it's fine. More field hospitals. Maintain the manpower that we have. Ferdinand and Isabella. Sinking the Thai ships. More convoys, more convoys, more convoys, more convoys. So, Japan, how many convoys do you have? Not as many as you're going to need. And Siam certainly doesn't. What about manpower? Siam's manpower is pretty plentiful. Japan's manpower is also fairly plentiful. And Fentiang's is out. Depending, of course, on whether they change their manpower laws or not. Oh, history discussion's always good. While you guys are doing that, it's fine. I just keep playing the game. I always like when chat does their own thing. Actually, it's quite nice seeing you guys interacting. Okay, so we can preserve the status quo, which is going to give us another 3 military factories, and then also a 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 military factories, excuse me, total for the whole of Spain, which is entirely reasonable. The Confederation respects regional differences, local customs and cultures, and is far more representative than the Savoyard Kingdom ever was. However, we must keep vigilant to remind would-be traitors that we are still all Italians, that our motherland must be defended. Oh, Sardinia lost a few ships. Right, Sardinia is going to be like the only Italian with any fleet, because everyone else is going to have to build some. Oh no, you may have. Actually, yeah, the Pope's got 39 ships. Sardinia's got 23. The Pope's got more ships than Sardinia at this point. Interesting. Hooray! We've got a surplus of mechanized.
Attento.
Did we get all of you upgraded? No. Close, though.
Formazione.
And you never left
Pronto, signore.
base.
Sì, signore.
Why? Oh, because I just added this to your current borders. Yes, I can see where that problem would lie.
Sì, signore. Sì, signore.
Your orders should already have changed.
Pronto, signore.
So you guys are on the way.
Ordini.
You're already halfway. Cool.
Pronto,
I
azione.
saw a couple of people there with potential promotions. You are not one of them.
Pronto, signore.
You are not either. 6 logistics, hell yes. 6 logistics on our invasion guy is really good. Now just don't. Yeah, you are over. Hang on, I'm not the invasion one.
Ordini.
Are you? Thought my invader had more points.
Ordini. Ordini.
Who was the invader?
Attento. Pronto.
One of you
Pronto, signore.
should have way more invasion points than is you. It wasn't updating properly. Okay, yeah, 47 of 100. So it is Vanessa. Australasia's cancelled the non-aggression pact. So I am kind of expecting a backstab at some point. Does France have a CB, or does France get a CB against Germany? They're currently doing air production. They can't do this. One of the following must be true. They must be social democrat, social liberal, market liberal, or social conservative. It doesn't look like they get a CB against Germany. Unless it's an event or a decision. So what government are you then? Paternal autocrat. Even though you're a French republic. Interesting choice. Strategic destruction. Good. Continuing down the airline. Down to the last one. Interception detection. Go ahead and spend the points. Finish it quick. Faster, faster. Oh, of course, we never even finished the submarine operations. Oh, naval battle. Portugal has cancelled their non-aggression. Massive Chinese invasion. Not a very successful one, however. Sinking a lot of Siamese ships. I didn't realise that Siam had such a large navy. Apparently they do. Not being hugely effective, but they do have a big fleet. The other thing that we do need to do at some point also is research better AA, so we can upgrade our destroyers AA. There's the Japanese surface fleet. So far, we haven't taken a huge number of losses to the submarines. And their convoys are taking an awful lot of hits. Which is lovely! Where are my armies? Ooh, they're getting closer. "17 days until that infrastructure job is done. And I get 10 civilian factories back. And we are fully repairing now anyway. Let's change the technology first to the undersea blockade so we can get some more submarine effectiveness. And then we should go and take a look at Scotland and determine if there is any work that we can be doing over here. There are. We're actually going to have some build slots. Not gonna bother with the infrastructure, I don't think. And I think we basically need to make these into military factories. Because that is what we're lacking. 10 convoys, nice. 3, 3, 2, 2. They do not know what's hit them. Sank more Siamese fleets. Airplanes still trying to stop me. They can't. And we have some free dockyards, which I think I'm going to switch to convoys. Not entirely sure where they came from, but I accept your gift. And do we have any factories to spend? We do not. Actually, we can reduce the chromium we're buying right now. That still hasn't given me factories to spend. I mean, all of these factories that we're getting right now is because of trade. So we're exporting, 32 left, everything. Alright, we're exporting basically nothing. So I think it is time that we changed our free trade law to export focus. That'll give me some resources back. Wait, what? Still don't have enough factories to actually purchase with. But we're equalizing our economy a little bit. Ooh, that was a big fight. 2 armored cruisers, 4 cruisers, and 7 destroyers sunk. Good. So what's Siam's fleet like? 17 out of, or 17 or 18, not 17 out of 18. So once these guys have arrived in Java? Yeah, Java. I'm learning. Then we can basically use these guys to invade Borneo, because I doubt that the Japanese have very many troops here. While the regular army can go and attack Sumatra.
Ordini. Formazione.
Alright, we cancel. So we're going to say naval invasion from Batavia. Where are their ships? On there. On there. There. It's going to be like 2 marines to each location. So you 2 are already done. You 2, that one. You 2 on that one.
Ordini.
You 2, that one, and then you, that one. That's all of the naval orders now given.